Hey, what's going on, guys? It's John back again with another video. I just posted a video talking about the number system, okay? And that video was very important in order for you to understand what I'm going to say in this video. So go on ahead and go watch that video and then come back to this one. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to play in every key, okay? Now, the reason why the number system is so important is because if you've watched that video already, you know that I talk about how it's important to kind of understand what chord tones we put with each scale degree. Okay, so if I'm in the key of C and I'm in the key of G, one is always going to be major, no matter what. If I'm in the key of C, one is going to be major. If I'm in the key of G, one is going to be major. Okay, there's no difference between that concept. Once you're able to do that and you know what the number system is, then you can basically transpose on the fly and you can use that concept and apply it to different keys. Okay, only understanding the concept of the number system is half the battle. You have to know how to play in these different keys because there's different shapes, there's different chords, there's different fingering. So even though you may know the theoretical of how to play in every single key, it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll instantly be able to do it, okay? Unless you've been practicing. So first tip for learning how to play in every key, learn a number system, master it, okay? Before you learn the number system, you need to know your major scales, all 12 of them, okay? Commit them to memory because you're going to be thinking about this stuff on the fly. You're not going to have time to wonder what the second scale degree in B flat is or what the fifth scale degree is in the key of E flat. This is stuff that should be second nature and you should already know it, okay? Number two is that you need to practice your major and minor chords in these keys. Okay, that is very important. For the longest time, I was very fluent in the key of A, D, and E. Then when I switched over to keys like D flat or B, it was very difficult for me. And sometimes, believe it or not, even in the key of F and C, because I'm just not comfortable playing in those keys. I personally think that the key of C and the key of F is kind of boring just because it doesn't allow me to do some of the things that I like to do. And every key is different. Every key has its little quirks, and you're allowed to have your own preferences. So if you like the key of C or the key of F, no offense to you. But you have to know how to adapt to those keys because in the key of C, there's no flat keys. Okay, there's no flat keys. There's no black keys, right? So you then have to switch your muscle memory to not playing those keys. And the thing is that when you're playing in the key of A, in the key of D, or in the key of E, you're playing a lot of those black keys. So then for me to switch from a key that I'm very comfortable and fluent in to switch to the key of C, okay, sometimes that can be a little bit jarring. I mean, I was able to kind of do a little bit of something because I've been playing for so long, but some of you just starting out, you may be comfortable in a completely different key than one that I've mentioned, and playing in a different key is difficult for you. Well, may I suggest to you that it's not that it's difficult for you. You know what you're doing, you know the chords, you just need to practice in that key, okay? For example, if I'm playing in the key of C, I'm playing all these white notes, right? Then when I switch to the key of B, you have all 5 of these black notes that are now part of that key. Okay? That's going to take some getting used to, okay? Because you now have to get accustomed to playing these different chords. They're different shapes. Okay? Different shapes means that you need to have different hand positionings, okay? It's not just as simple as knowing 3 is minor, 4 is major, 5 is major. It's not as simple as just knowing that. You have to actually play. Okay, you actually have to play within that key to understand how to move around that key. So then when I say play a 2-5-1 in the key of B, or in the key of A, or in the key of E, or in the key of F, key of C, okay, in the key of B flat, okay, in the key of A flat, okay. The only way that I'm able to do that is 1, because I know my scales, 2, because I understand the number system, and 3, and most important, because I've practiced in those keys for a very long time. And there's still some keys that I'm not fluent in. Those are things that you need to be thinking about when you go to your keyboard to practice every single day. What keys am I fluent in? Run through them really quickly. Then think about the keys that you're not so fluent in and work on them. Take it really slow. Practice the scale. Make sure that you still remember the scale. Practice the different chords in that scale. Practice the inversions of those basic chords in that scale, because there may be situations where you need to play different inversions to give yourself different options. If you only learn the basic, then you're going to be super fluent in one key and you're going to be lacking in another key. Okay? If I know all my inversions in the key of A and I'm able to do all this stuff, but in the key of C, I don't know any of those inversions, I'm going to be really stuck, and my playing is going to sound way different in the key of A than in the key of C. Okay? So understand, you have to practice that. So it's going to be it for this video today, guys. Remember to like the video if this helped you guys out. Comment down below if you want to see more content like this. Until the next one, you guys have a good one.